So this is unfortunately very similar to a lot of the black, white, blue control decks that are out right now. But I decided to give it a little bit of my own twist, going for a little more focus on the Super Friends here, but with some extra payoffs from like Shambling Ghast to be able to use cards like Rite of Oblivion and Deadly Dispute. So all of our cards pretty much generate tokens, and our goal is to basically as much value for each one of our cards that we put on the board. Thanks to cards like the Rite of Oblivion, we'll be able to use this more than once potentially against opponents to exile more than one card. And giving up our tokens doesn't necessarily hurt us because we have cards like Meathook Massacre, so if we do lose any of our creatures on the board, we make the opponent lose life. And if we need to, we can also just sacrifice the Meathook Massacre if this is on board for the purpose of Rite of Oblivion to still exile a target. Other cards that we're taking advantage of that use the death triggers would be Lolth the Spider Queen. So whenever any creature on our side dies, we get to put loyalty counters on Lolth. We can use Lolth for the draw and creating spider tokens. The main way we are aggressive is just the sheer number of tokens we create from things like Lolth, Sorin, Wandering Emperor, Kaito, and we also generate tokens thanks to Wedding Announcement. We have two copies of Raffine in here to give us the ability to take advantage of the Connive function. Since this is a Connive X, we'll be able to grow one creature by X for each attacking creature. And since we have the possibility of just sacrificing creatures in attacks for the purpose of doing the Connive, getting a massive draw discard bonus, and potentially growing a creature, this could actually be very powerful. For some spot removal, we're using some Void Rend, Vanishing Verses, and the Rite of Oblivion. We do have spot removal in the form of Wandering Emperors -2. We have Board Sweepers in the form of Doomskar, Farewell, and Meathook Massacre. And we also are running a copy of Valki, God of Lies, for the possibility of playing Tibalt the Cosmic Posture off the treasure tokens generated from either Deadly Dispute or Shambling Ghast. And we always could just play Valki out early game just to get a look at what our opponent's working with and even steal cards from our opponent's hand. We're using one of Emeria's Call in the deck to potentially generate some Angel tokens. And this will also make it so that way all of our non-Angel tokens will be able to have Indestructible until end of turn, which means that all the tokens that we may have on the board can basically, we guarantee that they won't die. In which case, we'll go ahead and hop in the games and see how all this functions. Off the open here, it's a little bit of a slow start, but we do have the ability to play the Wedding Announcement, and we do have a Wandering Emperor, so we'll just probably start off with the Emeria's Call as our land 1, and we'll keep it. Let's see here. Bring out the Black Source past turn. Alright, reverse Naya at the very least. Alright, so it's a Naya Enchantments. We're gonna go ahead and actually just blow up this land right now, just to get ourselves the blue source. This will also make it so that way the opponent no longer has access to red, white, and green off the one land. Alright, unfortunately the opponent still hits another land. And they hit a showdown. Now, I think we just Void Rend, get rid of the Naturalist here. We could take a risk, play Wandering Emperor, use Emperor for minus to get rid of it. See, nothing they do can give it vigilance, so I think we'll just pass turn. Hold up the mana. Because the opponent is more than likely going to try to play off what's in exile. Alright, that tells me they likely are missing a land and are just trying to hit another land off the top 4 here. Alright, no land. Okay. We get the Wandering Emperor to the board. We use it for the -2 here. Get the punish.
This is what you get for hurting my people.
Go for the wedding announcement. And we'll just use a +1 here. Submit 0. And we'll actually play Valki out as a chump blocker. Take away this Generous Visitor. That's going to be actually really big to take away from them. By taking away the Generous Visitor, it means that they aren't able to put it on the board, so that way they get the double showdown trigger here to potentially explode their turn for +1/+1 counters. See, Touch of Spirit Realm can be annoying because they can actually channel, hit Valki with it. If they have no creatures in hand, they could play the Generous Visitor to the board, and it's that way Valky's no longer holding it prisoner. This card is also annoying because it can be discarded to protect one of their creatures. See here. I think we just go ahead and hit this with a Void Rend. The only creature we see is in the form of the Mirror Breaker token here. Attack with both these so that we can get the card draw. Mika Massacre is really good. Kamiya Transients, it's a little bit annoying to deal with that because we have to use exile-based removal to make sure it goes away permanently. So I think what we're going to have to do is use Deadly Dispute on our 1/1 token just to try to find ourselves an answer to it. Alright, we got lucky that they didn't have the haste enchantment, so that way they can get rid of the Emperor. Let's go ahead and sacrifice this now. Oh, that's a perfect draw. Opponent will probably concede due to the value we're going to be generating here on the board.
Strike fast and strike hard. I will wrath to subservience.
Yep, there they go. And that's just how strong this Super Friends deck can be. While we don't have the most consistency on which Super Friends will draw, because we're only running a lot of 2-0s, the sheer pressure that they allow us to put while having all these control options in the deck is just brutal. Alright, off the open, I think this one's still a keep just because we have Raffine in the open here. It's a little awkward on the mana base because we'll have to choose whether we have the mana for the Meat Hook or the Raffine. I think we'll just lead off with Eiganjo here. Alright, we'll set up the mana for the Raffine, but we'll still foretell this Doomskar. Looks like we're in a mirror match. Does the opponent have the counter spell? No, they have a draw spell. Okay. Sometimes they've been running the 2-mana counter spell that just makes an opponent pay 2 more. And if you sacrifice a creature of 1 or more power, you'll be able to double the spells, make them pay 4. Alright, opponent does have a removal spell for the Raffine. We at least get to follow it up with a Sorin.
I bring my own army.
Alright, they're going to go for a Deluge. Let's go for the draw right now. We'll go ahead and give the reveal. Let the opponent know what we're working with here. Well, let's get an idea what they're working with. Ooh, a Leer. Okay. I will bring Shambling Gas to the board as well, and we will pass back. Shambling Gas to the board, because I see the Invoke Despair in their hand, gives us sacrifice fodder for the creature. We don't have any cards in graveyard for the purpose of transforming into Leer at the moment. Let's see. Lots of spot removal. No AoE removal yet. So I'm going to go for the minus here, since I'm expecting them to fire off this Invoke Despair. Alright. They're fine with discarding that because they have the recursion spell. So if they're doing the recursion version of the deck, they probably are running things like Talk Drill as well. Let's go ahead and flash the Emperor.
Now you've done it. That's coming off.
Alright, let the Indulgence resolve. We can still activate Emperor in response to things. Let's go ahead and go with... Let's create the 2/2.
God, to me.
Activate for the plus. Get our free card draw. That's a good one.
Nothing on innocent.
Put a counter here. Choosing to put it on the Vigilance ground feature over the Flyers, just because I expect that if they have spot removal, they're already going to want to use it on the Lifelinkers anyways. Alright, and we are going to play this for an X0. That way, if the opponent does choose to use a board wipe, we get to punish them. If it comes to the sacrifice on this Invoke Despair, we're actually going to give up the Sorin. Alright, and opponent has scooped it up. Fortunately, this is a mulligan, just because we got both of our Field of Runes in the opening hand. Alright, this one's going to be a keep here. We'll throw one Deadly Dispute to the bottom. Hopefully we can get the blue mana for the Kaito. I'll just lead with this for our land for the turn. Alright. Is it black-blue zombies? Kind of hard to tell what the opponent is at the moment. Sadly, we have not drawn a blue source yet. Okay, so it is black-blue zombies. I think the opponent's just holding up Disruption magic with how they will hold up their mana. I'm not entirely sure. Alright, Necroduality is a problem. And yeah, we fail to draw a blue source for Kaito, but the thing is, it's right now we just need a removal for this Necroduality. This makes it that way if any zombie that they have control enter the battlefield, they get a token copy of it. And with that, that means that this grows really fast. So even with Nerfy making a token that it's legendary, it still adds an extra thing for the Champion of the Perished here. Unfortunately, this means that they can swing to kill Sorin if they double swing at it. We'll at least be able to kill the Ghast. They can choose to use -1/-1 to kill off our lifelinker. But we don't really have much of a better play. Alright, get the Lolth to the board. Now, one thing that if you didn't notice, they actually put Narfi in the graveyard, because they can bring this out of the graveyard for the 3 mana, trigger Necroduality, get 2 creatures to enter the battlefield, and still keep a token. And cause these Champion of the Perishes to grow immensely. We need a hard sweep right now. Alright. Block. Block. Yep. I knew that they were going to be able to do this, but... Narfi's one of those cards. It's actually hard for us to permanently get rid of because it is multicolored. So our target exile multicolor card doesn't really work. But if we do draw Wandering Emperor, we can get rid of it. If it wasn't for the fact they always keep the token copy. Thanks to Necroduality. Alright, so I'm gonna trade in this Lolth.
You win this round. Aren't I the generous one?
Kaito. Use it for the plus. Farewell is actually great. Discard this. Play this. Pass turn. With Farewell, not only will we be able to get rid of the Necroduality, we'll be able to get rid of the Narfi from the graveyard, as well as its whole board. An opponent will most likely scoop up if they don't kill us. Question is, did we do enough to survive? Oh no, are we still dead? Alright, let's offer blocks before damage, sacrifice, hope we get an instant speed removal spell. No, we got sorcery speed, or 1 mana too much. Fortunately, we still die. Yeah, I had to get specifically the 2 mana exile a creature spell there. So we were just, unfortunately, 1 turn too slow, because we drew the Farewell off the Kaito play here. If we had just drawn the Farewell instead of having to play this to draw this card, we could have gotten it. Yeah, it was almost there, Urusho, almost. Because if we hit Farewell on them, I'm fairly certain it's a scoop from the opponent. Alright, so off the open, this seems like a very solid keep. So yeah, we'll keep this. We got literally almost everything that we want in our opening hand. See, if I remember correctly, yeah, this is whenever we attack, so even the token trigger just attacking by itself will trigger this. Alright. Jaspera Sentinel turn 1 means we're going to see what? A red mana to a... Nope, white mana. White, blue, green. Alright. It's a party deck? It's a party deck. Time for a party, apparently. I'm going to actually get rid of this right now. That prevents the opponent from being able to use this for mana. Alright. Well done, opponent. I was going to say, it was going to try to prevent them from being able to use that for mana, and keep them off of being able to also develop their party for purposes of cards like that. Alright, let's go ahead and bring Raffine down. I'm trying to think if the opponent has pump. If they do, it's the protection pump. Gonna play it safe on keeping Raffine. Land. Pass. Now they can sacrifice this still at any time to give all their creatures hexproof and indestructible. Offer block. Wandering Imp.
I'm not overconfident. You're just underwhelming.
I misclicked there. I meant to click the
Intruders.
-2. That was a big oops. Alright, yeah, we have to get this off the board. Alright, so they sacrifice this still to protect all their creatures. But we still gain the 2 life. Because I could have sworn we still gained the 2 life. Because how this is worded, it's got the period the way it does. Alright, I guess not. We have to stay on the blocks. We can't risk going in because of them having the layer there. I could have attacked in with this just to get the connive trigger, but I don't think I really want to discard anything here. Okay, so revealed cards. Mass Bandit and Mass Vandal and the Archpriest are their 2 cards. Archpriest is able to give one of their creatures flying and let's see. Yeah. No blocks. Let's see. So I can discard this for 3. That's not enough. We can try going for Kaito, see if we can spin into a removal spell. But if we do, we want to do it this way on the mana.
I could sneak right by, but I'm itching to fight.
Alright, discard here. Plus. And we just hit lands. Alright, so we have one more turn. Raffine will give us a block, a chump against one of whatever they get flying. And we have a bunch of chump blockers with these 1/1s. Unfortunately, their big all attack here will be a bit of a problem. We're going to have to get a board sweeper to get ourselves back into this one. Kind of have to hope that they also didn't draw, like, what is it, concerted defense. It's not the end of the world for Tazri. Let's plus first. Ah, there we go. Farewell. Well, let's go ahead and give them the all attacks so we can get, Oh no, I shouldn't have attacked. I should not have attacked. Oh, I threw. Alright, so the reason why I threw is instead of getting a creature, I'm going to get draws. And due to that, they can animate this and kill us. If I chose not to attack, both of these would have given us 1/1 tokens, and we would have survived. Hopefully, the opponent misses their opportunity to kill us. Like, they don't realize that they have lethal. Okay, they see it. I'm just waiting for them to animate it. The moment they animate that, I'm conceding. Animate it. There we go. Thank you for watching the video. Please leave a like if you enjoyed and subscribe for more content. If you'd like to join me while I stream, you can find me on Twitch, the link below. I hope to see you again in the next video and have a nice one.